Well, I did not expect any of this to happen when I woke up this morning, but the update is both of my channels have been now terminated completely, and YouTube support on Twitter has even replied to the issue and said, "Oh yeah, no, those were hate speech. You were rightfully terminated." But I have to assume that that's just an automated response because in the tweet they're replying to, I spell out specifically, I link to each video and I say why each one was given a strike. Only one of them was for hate speech, the other was for graphic images or something like that, violent images. So the fact that YouTube support replied and said all of your videos were hate speech, I think is evidence to me that a human being did not actually look at this. It was just an automated thing. So that's one thing that gives me hope that we'll get this back, both of the channels back. Another thing is I'm in contact with a trusted flagger, not the trusted flagger who saved my channel the first time because he's gone MIA, but a new one who is more than willing to help me. He said it'll just take a lot of time. He's going to fight for me, and he said it might be a couple weeks before we really get an answer. And the third thing that strangely has me confident is that the third and final strikes on both channels, the one on Mumkey Jones 2, the third strike was for a video called "Will Mumkey Become Elliot?", which is me taking a quiz called like "Will You Be a School Shooter?", and that was flagged for hate speech, which it's definitely not hate speech. Somebody taking a quiz about school shooters is not hate speech. But the most interesting thing, and Keemstar, I hope you're listening. This will be really, really important for the story. The third and final strike I got on my main channel was for a video that had 0 views because it was uploaded as a test on private. When I did my final Elliot Rodger video, I did a music video at the end with a Rusty Cage song, and it was like me holding an Elliot Rodger body pillow, acting like an idiot out in public, and I just uploaded it as a test to see how it, I don't even know why I did it. But that's the final strike I got. That was a strike for hate speech. Now, the reason why I think this might be, you know, I might have an optimistic outlook on this is that no human being flagged that because it was private and nobody ever saw it, this specific upload that got the strike. So I at first I thought somebody was, you know, targeting me and trying to get me removed from the internet, and I've seen some conspiracy theories. Please don't accuse anybody of anything. We can't assume anything. Especially with this piece of information, I have to assume that it was the YouTube bot itself. Maybe something happened involving Elliot Rodger, or maybe they updated their search mechanism. I don't know. But 5 out of the 6 videos that got flagged and got me taken off of YouTube today were Elliot Rodger based videos. Half of which were for hate speech, and then the other half were just for random shit that it had nothing to do with the video. So I think the bot made the mistake of thinking all Elliot Rodger content is automatically hate speech, and then the manual review of my appeal was probably also a bot. I think we learned that the hard way last July. So I'm confident that the trusted flagger I'm in contact with will be able to get at least one of these strikes removed. I know for a fact that they're all bullshit, but maybe some of them are a little bit on the fence, you know, you go either way. But some of them are definitely, like the Elliot Rodger little 1-minute music video, you can't call that hate speech. There's no fucking way. So I'm hopeful that that the channels will come back. And if they don't, I don't want to give up. But this is a catastrophic blow to both my career and my life. And, you know, some of you people at home might think that sounds really sad. And it probably is that I invested so much of my existence and my monetary status into YouTube when YouTube is a piece of shit website run by bots, and they'll delete and ban you and terminate you and never even give you an opportunity to defend yourself with a human. So if you would like to continue to support me, I have a link to my Patreon down below. I'm going to continue making things in some capacity, and it'll always be posted to the Patreon. The vast majority of my income came from Google AdSense, and now that is just gone. I had 3 years of videos on 2 different channels that were continuously getting ads and clicks and views. So that's like more than half of my monthly income is now gone with these channels not being there anymore. So I really could use the support on Patreon. You might be worried that my videos are missing, but this morning as I saw this was happening, I had the foresight to download and save all of my main channel videos, all of the good important videos, so they're still there. Even if I don't get the channels back, maybe I'll like sell them as a DVD or put them up in a cloud and sell them for like $3 or something to access all of them. I don't know, but they're not gone forever, thankfully, even though my channels might be. In other happy news, I had a doctor's appointment today because I have high blood pressure. And my blood pressure, if you're a medical student, you might be interested to know, my BMI is 22.16. So my height is 5'7", my weight is 141, but my blood pressure is 163/114 with a pulse of 103. And the doctor told me that is the blood pressure of an elderly person who has lived a lifetime of smoking and not exercising. I have no idea why my blood pressure is so horrible. The doctor is mystified. I'm now going to be taking medication for it. But all of this happening today definitely isn't helping things. It might be the worst day of my life, and I'm glad I can say that with a half smile. I pretty much got fired from my dream job. All of my income is pretty much gone. And I have a very high risk of having a heart attack or stroke in my mid-20s. Yeah, so, you know, the dream's not dead yet. We'll keep fighting. Trusted Flagger guy is going to fight off those strikes, hopefully. I mean, if I have to, I'll just you just give me the channel back. I'll delete all of the videos that they don't want on there. I'd rather have the channel. I'll delete all of my Elliot Rodger videos if I have to, and you just put them up in a cloud so people can still see them. I just want my fucking channel back. Like, this is obvious bullshit, and we know that it's an automated bullshit because one of the 3 strikes on the main channel is a video that nobody ever had access to. Nobody. So, the podcasts are seemingly dead. I mean, Boomer versus Zoomer, all those episodes are gone. You can still access them through Asterios' podcast network thing, but all the video versions are gone. Every episode of Is It Kino is gone. Nothing from the second channel was saved because I can't save 500 podcasts. But please, if you want to see me continue, support me on Patreon. Any amount would really help. I'm gonna just keep writing things and making things, and I'll post it on there, and stay tuned to this channel because if I have to start over again, I'll make a new Mumkey Jones channel, and it's gonna take probably 5 years to build back up to the 300,000 subs we had, but people have been so supportive and outspoken on Twitter. Maybe it'd be, could get some shout outs from people and stuff like that. Maybe we could build something back up. But otherwise, it's almost Christmas time. And I'm not going to let any of this stop me from, trying to live my best life and to try to be happy, even with deadly blood pressure and crippling anxiety. Um, I talked to a person face to face about my depression and suicide attempts today. Never done that before. Only talking to you idiots on podcasts and stuff. But that was interesting, talking to a counselor at the doctor's office. So things will be okay. Even if I don't get the channels back and my YouTube career is pretty much over, things will probably be okay. I could still podcast with my friends. Um, I mean, I probably just go find a normie job at some point. I'll try my best to make sure everything's okay. So none of you worry too much, please. And that's it for the update for now. I'm just gonna chill out, try to relax, try to reduce my stress and my anxiety pains in my stomach, and just play video games and watch TV and enjoy myself for a few days as we anxiously anticipate the results of Trusted Flagger trying to help me. So, I'll update you when I know what's going on.